day 26 of adding a push-up every day until I hit 2200 rapid on chess.com. I thought today it's a lovely day. Why don't I come outside and record this in the garden? So let's see how we can do. This is a Jobava London. And we are getting all of our pieces into the game here. This is a typical starting position of the Jobava. Knight on c3, bishop on f4. And he's played the move a6, a prophylactic move, stopping my knight coming to this square. And in this specific setup, we go for something called the Gary attack. That's what I call it, where we push the g-pawn Gary up the board to dislodge this knight on f6. Now he has brought his bishop out to attack my bishop, so I'm just coming here to defend. If he wants to take, we will recapture with the queen. We don't want to recapture with this pawn because this pawn is super helpful guarding the d4 pawn, which is something he might want to go for. Here he's trying to stop my pawn push up to g5, which is my whole idea. And so I've just played h4 to support g5. If he takes, we can take back. Now this does look a little sketchy because then he can take my rook. So I do have a queen defending the rook here. So everything is okay. We're doing fine. But we do have to be aware of some of this stuff. So here, take. We take here, here. He takes the bishop. And we'd have to lose this pawn protecting on d4. So what I might do instead is first swap off the bishop and then go for the push. Might be what I go for. I'm not entirely sure though. We'll see what he plays here. And the weather is absolutely lovely in England. In Arizona, it was just heat, you know. Okay, we're going to recapture with the queen. It's just heat. But it's just lovely here. So it's quite nice. Okay, so push, take, and he wins my rook. So I might have to play my bishop to g2 before we do anything else. Knight also can come to this square, especially with a knight here. He might want to jump in here. What do we go for here? Do we put the bishop first or we put the knight first? The other thing about this is, if I push, he doesn't have to take. If I push, he can go here with the knight, hitting my queen. So maybe we just pull the queen back. That feels a bit lame. But then push here, take. I'm loving that position. I think we need this piece here to guard that square. And this is the push I want to go for. Maybe we should have taken with the pawn here because nothing was initially attacking d4. I don't quite know. Yeah, we'll have to see here. What's he going to go for? I think we're doing fine. Getting a little windy here outside. I put a big thing up here. You can see right in the corner of the camera here. You can see it right there. But a big windy umbrella to block the sun because it's very sunny. Okay, we're going to take back with the queen. He's going to move the knight. And then we'll have to figure out what to do with this pawn. Maybe knight f3, maybe f4. Or maybe the simple queen to h8. King comes. Then we have to defend. I think the pawn first looks better. Yeah, let's go with the pawn first. And now we're going to hit this. So he has to defend here. So I think the king has to move over. I don't see another move. And if we push now, he can take. That's no good. Maybe just bishop here and look at this. Then he plays up. That's no good either. So maybe just knight in. We could sack here or something. I don't know. Knight in is almost definitely a good move. And if he tries to get aggressive here, we can just move the king to b1. My opponent is from Indonesia. Probably quite a bit sunnier in Indonesia than it is out here. But, don't know. Okay, so knight here. We take. Could be something. Probably the queen should have been on this square. But no, then he could have jumped away. Okay, so I think we jump the knight in and we come here looking at checkmate. Seems like a good plan. We're just trying to tie our opponent down to defending. And then maybe here we take. Could be an idea of taking twice. Another thing we're going to have to do is maybe push this pawn and get this knight in. If I can get to one of these squares, would be really nice. But if I push e4, he's not going to take. He'll force me to, or he'll wait for me to take. Then he'll just take back and hold that square. I also don't want this pawn to take or this one to take because then his bishop gets active. Okay, so check. If he takes, oh, hold up. I got something beautiful here. Knight a3. Or pawn a3. Oh, gosh. His knight's trapped. Yeah, pawn a3. And look at this. Even if this wasn't trapped, bishop to d3. And then we got the beautiful, yeah, we're going to capture here. We got the beautiful knight or bishop sack, pawn takes, knight takes check. Oh, the queen's holding. If the queen wasn't holding king up, this is checkmate. There's some stuff here, but I think this is good for me. Okay, I definitely want the bishop here. Okay, wait. Take. If the queen's here. Yeah, so if I put the queen here and he pushes, we take, check. And he's going to have to give up the queen. Okay, so let's put the queen here. Maybe rook over was decent too, but yeah, I don't think he has time to play this. Yeah, sack. We're going to sack. Okay, and now he's gone here. He's defending this twice, technically. Well, 3 times. Check. He has to come back. Check. Here. Take. We check here, and we go here. He runs. Take. Yeah, we can't take anything now. So maybe we just have to go here with the... maybe this move. Queen takes. Check. Knight has to come back. Take. No. I think we're gonna have to move the bishop. Tick, 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 check. Here, check. Here. Check here. Tick, tick. Knight here. And then over. Yeah. Start with the check. Honestly, we can just go here and here. There's nothing he can do. If I go here, he takes. Rook here. And we want to get rid of this. Yeah, so we have to take here. So pawn takes, then rook up. The king's stuck. There's no way to defend the knight. The king can't move. We're going to just play the rook here on the next turn. Yeah. How does he defend the knight? Or checkmate, because these two pieces are going to both be on the 8th and 7th rank. This is checkmate in 1. Even better, you know? Don't even need to put the rook on g7. This looks completely over. I don't think he has anything. Well, it pays to play outside. Go on and get outside. Why don't you? Okay, so this looks even better. Check. He has to go here. Check. He can block. And that's checkmate. Nice. GG. Let's go. 21-47. New all-time peak. But let's jump into the review real quick. Okay, we played with a 78%, but we were never losing. Only one mistake for the entire game and 2 misses. So the opening was very good. Okay, so taking with queen was not as good. Better to take with the pawn. And the reason for this is the queen is still guarding this rook. So I didn't actually realize that I could have done that. So now we know. And I'm wondering, was this an even better move here? Yeah, it was better to just improve the rook. Now we have a mate in 3 that we missed. Check here and here. And this is a checkmate. Yeah, I didn't see that. Same thing. We can pull the king out like this and then go for him. Didn't even consider that, but we did find a mate in 4. Yeah, so he has to go here. And then we can take here, and he has to block, and that's checkmate. Finally found it. Hope you lads enjoyed that. Let's do those push-ups. All right, lads, we are going out into the garden to... Oh, look at this. Have you lads ever seen apples before? Those are apples. And we're going to go out here, and we're going to find a spot to do those push-ups. I think we can go back this direction and through this little wicket gate. Look at this, there's a little handle here. And past this beautiful tree, you're going to see the most beautiful tree of all. The willow tree. Look at that. Right, we're going to do the push-ups here on the ground. All right. Got to do 26 today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. Ah, I can't do it. This is the first time I failed. I must have gained weight from all this British food. One more. Ah!